Michelle Obama was taking an interesting tone last night as she defended her husband in Orlando. Let's play it and we'll talk about it on the other side.
The auto industry was in crisis. This economy was losing 800,000 jobs a month. And a lot of folks were wondering whether we were headed for another Great Depression. Do you hear me? That's what people were worried about. And that is what Barack faced on day one as President of the United States.
And the president, was he crying? Was he crying in his final campaign event in Iowa? Take a look at this.
Those of you who haven't done this just for me, but for each other, for a laid-off family member, for a sick child, for a fallen friend, to all of you who've lived and breathed the hard work of change, I want to thank you. You took this campaign and you made it your own, and you organized yourselves block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, county by county, starting a movement that spread across the country.
You can see a little tear, kind of, sort of. Back with CNN contributor and Republican strategist Anna Navarro and CNN political analyst Roland Martin.
Well, first of all, you got to remember, the night before the election in 2008, he teared up due to the death of his grandmother. And so I wouldn't be surprised if you're talking about the night before that being an emotional remembrance. Because he pretty much was talking about the exact same thing 4 years ago when he was in North Carolina.
Also, I think for both of them, on both sides, right, for Ann and Mitt Romney and for President Obama and Michelle Obama, it's exhausting. It's almost over. It's like the Boston Marathon, and you see the ribbon at the end, and you're like, oh, we're almost done.
Oh, listen, and also remember that for President Obama, this is his last campaign in his life. True. This is an end of a political career in that sense. So it's got to have some sort of nostalgia. But the emotion, the charged up, the scrutiny they've been under, the schedules they've been under, both of them. It's a day full of emotion.
Michelle Obama, much tougher than I've heard her. I mean, she was really,
I've heard
the woman
her
defends her husband.
And let me tell you something, and the president wasn't too happy when I said it, but I told him, I said, seriously? Your wife blows you away on the campaign. But I mean, no, I've seen her speak without notes, without teleprompter, and she really goes all in, and she's a phenomenal campaigner.
But Iowa is a place that's really important for this president because the people he was talking to there are the people who gave him the legs politically that allowed him to become president of the United States. I mean, you think about when Hillary Clinton was in there for the caucuses, remember? And how it was Clinton, it was Edwards, it was Barack Obama maybe, and then suddenly he blew to the top of the list in that process. And so he was talking to the people there who actually gave him the legs.
He was closing the circle.
Told it, right.
Absolutely.
And told that story that he's told.
Iowa was the game changer of the Democrat primary 4 years ago.
And there was an article that talked about, how far he's come from 2008 till now. He talked about having a room without any electricity and no heat, and folks came in and brought all of the campaigners stuff to wear in order to keep them warm. So there's
got a long way to go still as we start Election Day today. We're going to come back with a look at some of the